extent that sometimes you have the demonstrators, even giving sound bites by the media in which they're insulting the president and making unnecessary comments about it. You are very civil about it.
Well, we're in a democracy.
So insults
but we also, the media would also be the gatekeepers. If you're hosting a program and somebody phones in to be insulting, to say things which are derogatory, you have to cut a person off. I don't think you should give anybody airtime to rather take on personalities or use insulting words when indeed.
How about conscientizing your demonstrators?
Well, I mean, one is demonstration. You all join. You all join for various causes. And if you go and put a mic in front of anybody and he starts insulting, you cut him off. It's not for you to record everything and come and play it and say that, how do you control such persons? That's not how you run systems. So, I am not here to hold brief for anybody. Everybody is responsible for his actions. And you, the media, should not give anybody the space and the room to say things which are unpalatable. If there are issues, if there are facts, if anybody says that President Mahama is not running Ghana well, he has every right to say it. But if, for any reason, unless it's for to show how things are running, like Anas yesterday saying that anybody who says that corruption is not rising is a fool. He said it.
You mean
your own Anas?
You mean Manasseh?
Manasseh. Oh, sorry, Manasseh. He was quoting Chinua Achebe that in the 70s, 80s in Nigeria, corruption was so much that Achebe said, whoever said corruption is not rising in Nigeria is a fool. And then he brought it to Ghana here and said that if you say corruption is not rising, you are either enjoying it, you are part of the booty,
you are a fool,
or you are a fool.
Okay.
That one is personal opinion.
Okay. For the next 10 minutes, I want us to look at the NPA ruling out reduction in fuel prices.
So we know I want to know from you whether corruption is rising.
The last couple of no, you answer. The last couple of days, we've had Dominic Nitiwo, who has been on the media spearheading this very cause. He feels that the NPA should be reducing petroleum prices.
Drastically.
Yes, that is if they are saying that they're using automatic adjustment
formula,
etc. Now, the NPA is saying that in spite of a heavy fall in the price of crude oil in the international market, there will not be reduction of prices. The price of crude oil currently has dropped from $115 to $80 on the world market a barrel. And most of the city has appreciated in the last couple of weeks, for which you go around trumpeting as a government. So the logic is, well, what does it mean? But the BDC says they are indebted to the bulk oil distribution companies to a tune of 400 million Ghana cedis. And so the windfall they will use to offset the debts. It makes economic sense.
Is that what the NPA is saying?
Yes, that's what they are saying. That's what the NPA is saying. They say they are indebted to the BDCs to the tune of 400 million. That's these were various debts they had all within the period, a little subsidies up there and all that. So I think that's in order, right?
No, it's not in order. Ideally, when you say there's automatic formula adjustment, then of course you are saying that if the price of fuel should go up, all of us should bear the brunt. We should pay more. But if you are lucky and it goes down continuously like how it's going, then we should have some respite. Now, if you're not having a respite, or you are now giving us excuses that there's a debt hanging somewhere, this is the time to use it, then you haven't managed things well.
Meaning what?
You haven't managed things well at all. To the extent that as we speak, the government is still fighting with the BDCs as to how much they even owe BDCs. And these people are talking about exchange losses. They are talking about the fact that they bring the cargo, you don't pay them, so the cost escalates. And if we were to manage things well, then of course we will not be in this situation. So sitting back and saying that, oh, we cannot do anything about it because we now owe those who were supplying us the fuel.
Well, that's the reality. 400 million.
But the reality is that you have not managed it well. If you had managed it well, we would not be in this mess.
At the time when the CD was high, in terms of what the rate was against the international major trading currencies, and then we also had relatively the prices of the crude oil not dropping as it has now. You were on air and you were always criticizing government that these are the difficulties. And government also needed to do some level of subsidies and cushion the ordinary Ghanaian. So at the end of the day, these debts will have to be borne by the ordinary Ghanaian.
So when did government stop doing subsidies? Because government
I think a couple of months back they announced that they had stopped.
Yes.
Following that very initial
So what report has government provided? What I'm saying is that if you listen to the BDCs, the issue is that if they had managed things well, we would not have been in this stage. It's so obvious, and no excuse would absolve government from this. So if the ordinary person will now have to bear the brunt because government did not manage things well, we have to say it as it is. If you say 2% reduction, 3 pesos, this is a drop in the ocean, and you are not being fair. This is a government that even at the peak of oil prices said they will reduce fuel prices drastically. Is this government went on the streets, took blackboards, started calculating how they can reduce fuel prices in this country. Where are all their mathematicians now? Have they gone to sleep?
Are they?
Where are all the figures? Where are the words? They drastically have they dropped that word? The average person is suffering. The average person bought straw and he has to pay so much for fuel. Thank God it's gone down. You are now telling me that I owe somewhere. The usual excuse. How are they even running tall?
Roland.
How are they cushioning us? And you think we should go to sleep?
Roland.
We can't go to sleep.
I have looked at this situation holistically rather than being partisan.
You have the opportunity, sir.
You understand? I don't want to be partisan. People are going to go to partisan. When they came to government, their first action was simply petrol to 100%.
That's partisan.
I don't want to go there because he was good. So I want to just remind him of that, so that we put that. We have had challenges with the management of our fuel sector along the line. So many governments. What I'm going to say now, that for the fuel adjustment policy to be properly managed, right? They should adhere to the principles in it. When prices go up, when crude prices go up and they increase, we accept it. When it comes down, they must come down.
That's the MPA.
They must come down.
But they owe.
They owe.
Who do you want to offset them?
No. When they owe, you see, it has come down to a certain level. So you take a certain percentage of that, and we also take a certain percentage. So you manage it, you balance it.
So you think you are going to the extreme?
So gradually, you have the debt that you owe will wipe up. But if you refuse and give me the excuse that because you owe, I'm not going to benefit from the fall in crude prices, that I will disagree with you. I will vehemently disagree with them. That they should manage such a way that a certain percentage comes to the average Ghanaian, right, and a certain percentage also goes to them, so that we balance the situation. I believe that is what they should be doing, because so that if they don't do that, and in future it starts going up, and they increase it again, then they're going to have a lot of problems with all of us. I believe they should manage it.
Currently, for example, the graphic quotes Dr. Akutuose, who was one time Minister of State of Finance as well as a deputy, saying that at a point in time, fuel prices were lower than that of Togo, and so ours were being smuggled over the borders. Yes. Now we're likely to have increased smuggling from Togo and the other neighboring countries into ours. That's a concern. That
well, that's why I'm saying that we should manage it. It's a matter of managing the situation.
How would you say you are just playing it safe? The point is that what is automatic is automatic.
That's what I'm saying, that they should actualize the policy. But if they come and tell us that, look, we are facing challenges because we owe, I'm saying we can go for a situation where you take half of the debt, I also enjoy half of the benefit, and that makes economic sense, so that you are not too much burden, I'm also not too much burden. So that is what we should. This one should be devoid of partisan politics, and look at the average Ghanaian who must benefit from the windfall that the crude price is coming down from 100 and some to 80. It's huge, and the city has also appreciated. So we put all in a basket, and we come to a decision that will be acceptable to everybody, rather than.
I like your comment. You're showing that you're going for a congress on Saturday.
Yeah, but
very objective.
It's a front page story. Mahama rules for the cooker.
That's a newspaper story. I didn't want to go there.
You must be objective. That's why I'm telling my brother, it is about time they stop going on the streets. Right?
As for that assurance, you won't get it.
So your last comment on the MPA issue.
As for the assurance, you won't get it.
No,
about not going on the streets. The MPA issue, he is more or less supporting what I'm saying.
Yes, he is.
Except that he thinks that I'm being too harsh. But that's the reality. Because you are running a system. You want people to believe in the system. So you have agreed with the people that when things are hard, times are difficult, this is how we want to go. Now the people have obliged. It's your turn to also comply. You are giving me excuses. And that is what is cutting across everywhere. Pay VAT. The people pay. They deduct VAT so that health insurance will get their portion, common fund will get. You don't do it. So like, yours is to always get the other side to oblige, whilst you refuse to comply. You are becoming even lawless than the word lawless. You are breaching everything. This is a breach, if not of contract, of faith. You want me to trust in what you're doing. Take it for granted that I work, I earn, so I will buy fuel, whatever the cost. The average person who sits in the trotro, he's been told, he's been informed that times are hard. Fuel prices all over the world, they are going up. Even now that we are oil producing country. He has found a way of succumbing and paying what you ask him to pay. Now, things have changed. You don't want to change. You say that 3%. That is what, and that is the crisis that some of us are talking about. Crisis of confidence in the whole democratic system. I didn't say it. I borrowed the words from the majority leader. That we're in the crisis of confidence in our democratic system. And this is a typical example of it. Reduce it 2% and then come out boldly.
Well, so
MPA rules out reduction.
You say according to the majority leader?
Yes.
Crisis of confidence
in our democracy.
In our democratic system.
To the extent that Labour has been on strike.
We're not starting a new discussion. And how many delegates
that
are you
was the example that he was
How
using.
many delegates are you talking to?
335.
335. I will see you until next week, I believe.
You see me still in the capacity as the.
I wish you all the best and good luck.
Thank you. Because God, with the Lord in my vessel, I will smile at the storm.
Amen.
How many vessels will be there? They all have Lord in their vessels.
How many people are contesting you?
3 people.
3.
Three strong people.
My vessel of the Lord
is stronger than them.
All right, so we wish you all the best. Joseph Nia Adekoka, who is the chairman for NDC Greater Accra, and thanks for joining us, Joseph. And Obi Amwa is a member of parliament for Ikrapim South, a member of the MPP, and a demonstrator for AFAG.
You want all my credentials?
Oh no, I know a lot of your credentials. I mean that's just on the side. And thanks for joining me, Obi.
A proud supporter of AFAG.
We're taking a break. When we come back, we're talking law. We're talking a lot more. Do stay on.